have some breaking news as a jaw-dropping new leak just dropped detailing 6 brand new round-based zombies maps that are going to be coming in Treyarch's next Black Ops Zombies game at the end of this year. This leak includes specific map locations and descriptions, as well as multiple different modes in zombies playable in this game. This genuinely might be one of the biggest leaks we've ever seen for Call of Duty Zombies, and it comes from one of the most reputable leakers in the video game industry, Insider Gaming. The details in this leak are absolutely incredible, so we're just going to dive right in, but I'd love to know your thoughts about this all in the comments below. Jumping straight in, it begins with Call of Duty 2025 Zombies could have 6 fully fledged round-based zombies maps throughout the game's life cycle, Insider Gaming has learned. With any leak that there is on the internet, you of course need to take it with a grain of salt, but Insider Gaming is one of the most reputable sources within the industry for video game leaks and has previously shared details on the upcoming Call of Duty 2025 Zombies, including the gargantuan leak that the game will have the original Zombies crew, and that the game is a Black Ops 2 sequel. Now, 6 fully fledged round-based zombies maps sounds absolutely insane and would match the exact amount of maps that we're going to have overall in Black Ops 6 Zombies, which means Treyarch have really been cooking for those 4 years, and that the zombies that they've been cooking has been split across 2 different games. So far, the maps that we've had in Black Ops 6 Zombies have been pretty good. You could argue that none so far have really pushed the boat in terms of zombie location and spectacle, but the zombies maps planned for Call of Duty 2025 sound absolutely insane. Insider Gaming is stating that it's understood that Treyarch were playing around with more out there settings this time around for zombies maps, including a map set in post-World War II New York where the Germans had dropped a nuclear bomb. Now let's just take a moment to appreciate how incredible that zombies map sounds on paper. Like, immediately that sounds like a map that we would have gotten in a zombies game like Black Ops 3 or Black Ops 4 Zombies. A Nuked New York City zombies map sounds like Shadows of Evil, but in a different dimension. It sounds absolutely incredible. What is insane is that this concept is actually a multiplayer map inside of Call of Duty Vanguard. The map is called Beheaded, and it's set in New York City after World War II in Times Square of all places. And the more I see this map, the more I'm starting to be in disbelief that this wasn't actually the groundworks for this zombies map that we just described. Like, as a multiplayer map, this is wasted potential because this map is so beautifully designed, so incredibly lit, textured, and detailed that this just seems like a shame for it to just solely be a multiplayer map, and really gives me a bit of those Shadows of Evil vibes. So who knows if this was originally the concept for this upcoming zombies map or not. Just discussing and having the idea visually in our heads on what this sort of zombies map could be like is absolutely incredible and sounds 100 times crazier than any zombies map that we've gotten in the post Black Ops 4 era. That's not all, because there is another zombies map being described as being set in a Japanese temple at the foot of an erupting volcano. Now again, how incredible does that zombies map sound? Like, could you even begin to imagine a zombies map that has an erupting volcano where actual lava could be spewing into different areas of the map, locking areas down that you cannot play anymore? Or it could be tied to an Easter egg where you had to complete it before the volcano erupted, completely destroying the map. And what's fascinating is this zombies map description sounds very similar to a custom zombies map called Seppuku created by Simbo and Carnage, where you have to climb an incredibly difficult set of stairs that lead to an ancient Japanese temple. Now sure, this doesn't have an erupting volcano, but this was an incredibly unique gameplay concept that maybe Treyarch were inspired by when they saw this custom map release all the way back in 2020. Setting for this zombies map I think is especially interesting with a Japanese temple, knowing that the playable crew in this game is very likely to be the return of the old characters, meaning that this map could have some sort of ties to Takeo. But there are even more zombie map ideas, because Insider Gaming also describes a zombies map being set in Vietnam, another zombies map being set in Afghanistan, and another out there idea of a zombies map being set in a space station in the Dark Aether. That last idea right there, like, dude, what? That would be insane, because the moment I hear the words space station, I'm thinking of Griffin Station, which is the map Moon. The description was a zombies map in a space station in the Dark Aether. where did every previous zombies map location disappear to at the end of Tag der Toten? It all went into the Dark Aether, meaning that this map could actually insinuate us returning to Griffin Station on the moon, but within the confines of the Dark Aether. And if all of this wasn't crazy enough, Insider Gaming also reiterates that as already leaked from a feedback session Activision held, it's understood that the game will also have one of its biggest zombies maps to date on launch and have a similar transportation system to Transit. Now that alone is such an exciting idea because there are no specific details on what that map is aside from it being one of the biggest maps ever, and in order for you to get around the map you're going to have a transport system like Transit, which insinuates that there'll be some sort of automated bus or something like that that will take you around the map. Now, could this be a remaster or reimagining of Transit? We have absolutely no idea, but the concept of it alone is just as exciting. But it really sounds like Treyarch have absolutely cooked to high heaven with this game. And somehow with the plethora of zombies content that we've already had so far this year with Black Ops 6, it is barely scratching the surface on what Treyarch could be planning to give us within Call of Duty 2025. Insider Gaming premises that it's currently unclear on if Treyarch went with every single map idea that we've just discussed, but they'd expect at least a few of these zombies map ideas to make it into the final game. This leak doesn't just go over the details of zombies maps, but it also goes on to details of different game modes that are apparently planned for zombies in this upcoming game, as apparently in the early development of the maps for this game, it was understood that the plan was to build the maps from the ground up to be played in different game modes, which includes the normal traditional round-based mode, but then also for all of these zombies maps to be playable within the return of the Grief game mode from Black Ops 2, finally, as well as the idea of all of these maps being playable on the Outbreak game mode. Now, this is a really interesting one because it was only about 2 weeks ago or so that there were massive rumors that dropped about the return of Outbreak in this Call of Duty 2025 zombies mode and how it would be utilizing the Avalon Warzone map that was apparently planned to be the main map for Black Ops 6's Warzone experience, but has been held back and potentially might be scrapped altogether and no longer used in Warzone, but instead used in zombies. So if that is all true, not only would this game have 6 fully fledged round-based zombies maps through its life cycle, but it would also have a massive open world zombies map, potentially being Avalon, as well as all these round-based maps also playable in Outbreak. That's all extremely fascinating to me and sounds like it could be one of the biggest rounded zombies experiences that we've ever received. Add on to the fact as well that there were recent rumors and leaks found within the code of COD HQ that showed a full weapons list for the upcoming Call of Duty 2025 game that included weapons referenced in Dead Ops Arcade, meaning that we could see Dead Ops Arcade 4 in this game as well. So everything that we know so far about this Call of Duty Zombies game sounds absolutely insane, and that's not even including, again, the massive leak we got at the end of October 2024 of the original Zombies crew returning as the playable characters in Call of Duty 2025. If you aren't aware of those rumors, it is apparently rumored that Dempsey, Takio, Nikolai, and Richtofen were all featured as part of the feedback sessions for the Call of Duty 2025 playtests, with one eagle-eyed Zombies fan stating that the characters were not an Ultimus or Primus version, but somewhere in between, where they looked older than Primus but were not Ultimus. And according to the same sources, the storyline of the game will evolve around a new enemy character who wants to absorb the Dark Aether essence of the original 4 characters and bring back the old multiverse. Now, with the teasers we've had so far about the upcoming DLC map for Black Ops 6 Zombies, there is a lot of discussion about the idea of time travel being a potential element within the zombie storyline. The whole origins of the word Janus relate to the idea of gateways and passageways to the beginning and ending of time, and the teasers we've had so far reflecting on Richtofen's audio log do depict some crazy idea that he's had his younger self thought would be impossible, but now he has the urge to research. One aspect could be him trying to research time travel in order to bring back his wife and child, who he lost in a house fire that was actually Weaver and Samantha's fault. And with the idea of a zombies map being set in a post-World War II New York after the nuclear bomb was dropped by the Germans, it could take place in any time period, but would probably make more sense to take place before the 90s, where Black Ops 6 is currently set in. The Vanguard multiplayer map might have no connection whatsoever, but that is set in 1956. If we are going to some crazy crazy locations in this game, as these leaks suggest. Like what we saw with Black Ops 3, these characters don't need to be bound by being in the exact same universe of time as we're currently seeing in Black Ops 6 Zombies, with a bit more of a grounded reality. It's all taking place within a few days of each other. And if these old characters are returning as a playable crew, there has to be some element of time travel, some crazy thing to explain it. And that could be the groundworks of what the Black Ops 6 Zombie storyline is currently working up towards. As I said at the beginning, with any leak like this, take it with a grain of salt, but Tom Henderson and Insider Gaming is one of the most reputable sources around, so there is highly likely to be some genuine proof to the sources that he has to report this information. 6 round-based maps after getting between 5 and 6 round-based maps in the current Black Ops game, 12 zombies maps within the space of 2 years is something that we have never seen before, and should be an incredible time for us zombies fans. So we're just gonna have to wait and see. But let me know your thoughts about this insane leak in the comments. If you're excited by any of this, smash the thumbs up button. Make sure you subscribe with the notice so you know the moment anything else drops regarding this. I will keep you guys updated and in the loop.